Hello students, in this session we are going to study overhang beam with point loads. So let us take the case of overhang beam with point load. Suppose this is our overhang beam and we are taking the example of both side overhang, and the point load is suppose at the ends here. These are the point loads W. This is point A, this is B, this is C, and here D. And we want to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram for this case, right? And we are given with lengths, the length of this part where there are two supports are there, this is L, and the length of overhang is given A. Length of overhang is A. This is the case, right? So there is reaction, there will be a reaction at point A and reaction at point B. So at 2 points there is reaction RA and RB. First we have to find out the reactions at 2 points, and then we have to find out the shear force and bending moment diagram for this case. Let us start. We can find out the reactions using the sigma m equal to 0, that the moment at any point, say A, is 0 for all the forces, of the moment of all the forces at point A is 0. But you can see here there is symmetry. There is a symmetry that W load is here, W load is here at the distance A, at a distance A. It means there is very nice uniformity here is maintaining. So it will be definite that the half load out of total downward load 2W, half load will be shared by the A and half load should be shared by B. So I am directly writing that RA will come out to be W and RB can come out to be W. Although you can find out it on other way also. But by symmetry we can say that RA is W and RB is W. So we have reaction at A and B equal to W both, and we have to draw the shear force diagram. So first take a cross section. At any point you can take the cross section. Say here I am taking a cross section. Here I am taking the cross section at a distance x from the free end x. So at a distance x I am taking a cross section capital X, right? And first I will find out what is the shear force at x, right? But this Fx will be valid between C to A only, because after that there is change in load. So I have to take one more cross section here at a distance of say x1, and this is suppose capital X1, right? So I have taken first a section x at a distance x from the free end, and that will be valid between C to A because there is no load in between. But when we jump from A to further between A to B, there will be a load W is acting. So W downward, W upward. So shear force will change, and that's why the equation will not be valid. I have to take another cross section. So at a distance x1, and I have taken another cross section x1, and this will be valid between A to B. And between B to D there is symmetry. So I can another take one more. What can I do is here for this, although it is a symmetry, but it can be taken that there can be taken another length, say x again, from this side later on, right? First I want to find out the shear force at this point Fx. So Fx, and that will be equal to sum of all the forces to the left of the section. or right of the section. I am taking left because there is very easy to find out on the left. And on the left of the section there is one force W, and according to sign convention this is negative, right? You remember the sign convention. I can make the sign convention again so that you may remind it. At the bottom I am writing the sign conventions. So this is the sign convention. If you remember, this we have taken the positive, and this sign convention for shear force we have taken negative. Remember the sign convention for shear force, this was positive, that leftward upward is positive and leftward downward is negative. And for bending moment, this was the moment and this was the negative moment and this was a positive moment, right? So this is the case of the positive and negative bending moments according to our sign convention, right? You have to remember this. Now what is Fx? Fx will be equal to, at this point Fx will be equal to the forces to the left downward. W is downward, so it is negative, so it is minus W, and this equation is valid between C to A. Starting from C to the A, this equation is valid, right? So at Fc you will get minus W, at Fa you will get minus W because it is constant. From Fc to Fa the force is minus W, so you can draw here, this is minus W at C point, at A point this is again minus W, and this is the shear force, and intensity is minus W, right, from C to A. So this is a shear force diagram between C to A. Now we can take this, because between A to B we require the shear force diagram between A to B. What will happen between A to B? You can see here that we have taken another cross section x1 at a distance x1 from the free end. From free end x1 distance we have taken the one more section, and find out the shear force F at Fx1. What will be that? That will be equal to, now there are two forces, one is downward. On the left side there are two forces, one is downward W and one is upward W, right? So downward W is negative, upward W is positive. So we will get minus W plus W, and that is equal to 0. So shear force is 0 between A to B. This is valid between A to B because we have taken section between A to B and there is no other force here. So shear force is 0 between A to B, from here to here. So this is 0. So this point is 0, right? So this is C, A and B. From this point to this point, shear force is 0. That's why I am making bold, right? So that it can be easily visible, right? Here to here, this is the shear force, right? Now between B to C, B to D, this is our D point, B to D, what will be the shear force between B to D? For that, what we have done is, we have taken another cross section X, or you can take X2, whatever you want to take, name it, suppose X2. At a distance X2, a cross section is taken, capital X2, and find out the shear force to the right of this section, and to the right of this section W is downward, and W downward to the right of the section is positive, right? You can see here at the finger, to the rightward the force is downward, the shear force will be positive. So what is Fx2? That will be equal to W, and it is valid between D to B. So Fd will be equal to W and Fb will be equal to W, right? Because it is constant from D to B, right? So Fd, W is positive, so in positive sign you will go upward, W equal to W, and then this is the curve you will get, right? This curve you will get. This is the shear force curve you will get, and intensity is W. So this is the shear force diagram which will be obtained for a overhang beam which is simply supported at the free ends. So this is a shear force diagram, isn't it? So use these equations to find out the shear force diagram. Now we want to find out the bending moment diagram. Bending moment diagram for the same beam. What will be the bending moment diagram? So let us solve for bending moment diagram. For bending moment diagram, take the cross section X. What is the moment of the forces about this X to the left of the section? So this is a single force W. W single force is there. And the moment of, what is the moment of W about X? That will be W multiplied by the distance. Distance is X. So mx will be equal to W, and whether it is positive or negative, leftward anti-clockwise. So left anti-clockwise, it is negative, right? Hogging bending moment. So this will be minus Wx. This is the bending moment equation, and this is linear equation, and this will be valid between, C to A. This is valid, right? After that there is another force, we have to take the another section, right? So at C to A it is valid. So at C, what is the bending moment? X is 0, so this is 0 because X is 0. And at C, what is bending moment? At C, the distance is A. So you have to use X equal to A, that is minus WA. Because X is equal to A. So this is the equation for C to A, right? So if we draw here bending moment between C to A, you will get like this. This is C to A, and then B, and then D. C to A, at C the bending moment is 0, at A the bending moment is, bending moment is minus WA, it is negative from 0 to minus WA, and the variation is linear variation. So this will be the curve like this, right? And what is intensity of this at A? This is WA, negative WA, right? So this is WA, this much, this is WA, right? So this is the variation from C to A. Now finding the bending moment for A to B, between A to B, we have taken the section x1 at a distance small x1 from the free end, right? So take the moment, and there are two forces now. One is W, which is at a distance x1, and another is again W upward. This W is downward, this reaction RA is upward, and this distance is x1 minus A. This distance AX1, which is x1 minus A. So mx1 will be equal to first capital W, clockwise leftward it is negative, minus W multiplied by x1, and this will be plus because it is clockwise movement at left side. So this will be W multiplied by x1 minus A. So this distance will come. So x1 minus A, and this is valid between A to B. Right? So when x1 is A, when x1 becomes A, what is the bending moment? So that is MA. At MA, x1 will be equal to A. So put A here. So it will be minus WA plus WA, that will be 0. So this will come out to be minus WA when x1 is equal to A. And B point, MB. At B point, the x1 will become A plus L. So you can put here MB, that is A plus L. So MB will be equal to, when x1 is A plus L. So put here A plus L, put here A plus L, and you will get the relation, the value as, try it, and you will get A plus L to minus WA. Put x1 is equal to A plus L, here also A plus L. So one will cancel out, WL, A plus L, so WL, so you will get minus WA. So you will get minus WA again. So MB will be equal to minus WA. So MA is minus WA, MB is minus WA, when x1 will become A plus L. Put in this value, you will get this value, right? So it means this is a straight line, this is a horizontal line, there is no change in bending moment, right? And it is obvious because there is no load in between, so you will get a straight line like this, horizontal straight line, right, of intensity WA, minus WA, downward direction, right? So this is the bending moment at point B. But what is bending moment at point D? For that, what we can do is, we can take another cross section x2 at a distance x2 from the free end, this free end D, right? So what will be the mx2? That will be equal to, there is only one load in downward direction, and rightward downward is that clockwise moment is negative. So this will be minus W, and we have taken x2. This is the equation for, this is valid between B to D to B, for this part. And what is the value at D point? MD, that is equal to 0, because x2 will be equal to 0, right? So MD is 0, and MB, what is MB? MB will be equal to minus WA again, right? From here also we are getting MB is equal to minus WA, right? So from this we are getting MD 0, and what is we are getting MB, that is equal to minus W, and x2 will become A, this much, so minus WA, right? When x2 becomes A, put here, you will get WA, so same we are getting. So just meet it, connect 2 points, and you will get this type of bending moment curve, and this is negative, all negative. So this is the shear force and bending moment diagram. This is the bending moment diagram, and this is shear force diagram. For an overhang beam, which contains 2 point loads at the extreme ends, right? So okay for this.